G'day everyone, Goober here with another Torchlight Infinite video. In this video, yesterday I started Carino 2 because of the YouTube comments telling me that I have to start Carino and give him a go. And many of the comments were extremely helpful with suggested budget versions of upgrades. Obviously this helmet is not budget. However, it's for Spell Burst, and I'm not actually using Spell Burst at the moment, so that helmet's basically just 750 max energy shield, which I'm not sure why I'm wearing it, honestly. It's got 51 energy, though, so that's entirely not useful at the moment. However, I read more of the comments. Marcus replied saying that I should focus on getting Entangled Pain and Corrupting Curse on necklace and ring. So I picked up this ring for 300 flame elementium yesterday. I just searched for Entangling Curse, Entangling Pain, whatever. You can just untick that. Item level doesn't really matter. And you can pick one of these up for 180 to 200. I just found one that had a reasonable downside. I'm not using minions, so it doesn't have a downside for me. And it already had all of the affixes down below here, except for Affliction Effect. It had something else on there, so I just used Autocraft until I got Affliction Effect. Used some Flame Sand and whatever. So it was basically free to upgrade anyway. So that is the ring that I got that increased my damage by a lot. After getting this ring with these two wands that are off my Yuga, I hit 20 billion DPS, which is kind of crazy. But more comments were like, instead of using wands, people that are just starting this build can just buy some memories. So what I did was I searched, and I'm like, oh, 5 flame elementium, that's not much. And then I just searched for minimum 55 energy because I didn't want to bother with those. And I did a search, and they were 10 to 15 flame elementium. I got one for 10, the other for 15. So 25 FE for the two weapons. My sheet DPS went from 20 billion on the dummy to 5 billion on the dummy. So I'll just quickly show you that. Or 10 to 5 or something like that in drop spirits. So damage didn't look like it was that big. So 5 billion in drop spirits. And then I got to thinking, well, it's got explode on here. Equal to 87% of their max life. This one is 98% of their max life. So that's 170% of their max life. And I thought, I was farming 8 zeros pretty comfortably with the wands. What would happen if I went to 8-2 with the same strategy, same amount of juice and whatever? And could I farm 8-2 with only 4 billion DPS? Now, as you can see, it's really quite simple. And then if you throw in Dream as well, as soon as you get a lightning, the game's a joke. Like, it's pretty simple anyway. This is 8-2 with only 4 billion DPS. But because of the explodes, it's just super easy. Makes me want to try Profound with this extreme budget version. I say extreme budget, but I do have a rhythm. I think it's only a 0.5, so it's not 2k FE or anything crazy like that. But that is 8. That's the lightning sitting for 500 bill, which is crazy. I have started doing Black Sale because I wanted to start saving currency and not buy the currency for upgrading my hero memories and stuff. And I want to get as much of the gear back on my Yuga as I can. So I was just doing the cheap ways of upgrading. So now I'm going to try a Profound. I only have to, remembering I only do 5 billion DPS, which is not much, honestly. So Profound, this might be a complete disaster. I haven't tried this yet. Reset that, so we're still on the same playing board. 3 juice. I do have an extra compass now, but I won't do that just yet. Let's see if I can do Profound. This is probably just going to be a complete disaster. Remembering I only have 4 billion on the just watching something next to one of the other ones explode and then everything exploding is kind of funny. Alright, let's get the OP mechanic in this mix as well. Which is... Why is this lagging so much? Cube type. So as soon as anything dies, 170% of its life is exploding around it, annihilating everything. And then if I get a lightning, then it's just going to annihilate everything on the screen, basically. So I didn't get lightning there. This is a little bit slow, but it's Profound, and I have 4 billion DPS plus explode, which is kind of hilarious to me. Why is this so laggy? Is Profound just laggy? No lightning. Shame. Why am I not dying? I should be dying, right? I don't think my tank is that great.
Daddy.
This boss might be a bit of a disaster because
Daddy.
Oh, actually.
Daddy.
Oh, it almost killed it from the little ones. Yes, Ruby.
Do you have white eyes?
What?
Do you have white eyeballs?
Do I have wet eyeballs?
No, white eyeballs.
Red eyeballs. I have normal eyeballs. Are my eyeballs red?
They yellow.
Yellow? Why are they yellow?
If the indigo and violet.
Indigo and violet eyeballs. I don't think so. That would be a bit weird.
It's indigo and violet, Gabby said.
Indigo and violet.
Yeah. Can I have a chocolate?
Can you have a chocolate? Is that the real reason you came to ask me? Because you want chocolate?
Yeah.
There's nothing to explode this guy, so he's taken a bit to kill. Which is a shame. I'll kill him and then I'll give her a chocolate. There we go. So that's pretty interesting that I can do Profound with only 5 billion DPS. And I'll quickly go through the rest of the... What do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll go through the rest of the gear. This is stolen off my Yuga. Nothing's really... Maybe the defense. Okay, so it's a reasonable neck, but you could craft, you know, tier 2s and stuff as well, and it looks like it could farm 8s comfortably on tier 2 gear, which will get you these other items really easily. Let me find my other helmet, which might be more useful because I'm not spell burst yet. This is just off my other character. It's all tier 2s. Let's put that on. Says it's more damage. Let's do another damage check. Make sure auras didn't fall off. They're all good. So it was 4 or 5B before. There we go, it's just kicked in. So about the same, which is very strange because this one has nothing on it except for energy shield, and this one has at least a little bit of affliction effect. I guess not much. 32%. We'll do another 8-2, see how that goes. Claim all these. Sorry, a profound, not an 8-2. See if it's any easier with this other helmet. Tiny bit of extra affliction. And then I will go through the, whenever the type changes. That explosion's kind of funny. Just annihilates everything on the screen because of that. There we go, I got lightning. So I got lightning, now I'm a god. I can just run through and full clear the entire map because I'm hitting for 500 billion, which is hilarious. Profound, easy mode on Carino 2. Fairly tanky, surprisingly. I haven't done the last one. Hero memory threads. Whatever. I do need the epics to upgrade stuff. Is the lightning still going? Yeah, 7 seconds. Plenty of time to clear. So this is kind of hilarious in my mind that this is happening. I'm farming profound on a character that I made yesterday. Back to the gear. So a tier 2 helmet. You could easily have a tier 2 neck. The chest is really cheap. You know, there's nothing special on my one. It's not +3 active skill levels. I'm probably going to steal the one off my Yuga. The gloves are a little bit pricey. They're 40 to 50. I got one with 10% chance to inflict 5 additional stacks of wilt. I corrupted it and it went to 3. So facepalm moment there. It does add 99 there, so I'm guessing that's probably the top priority. That's probably second. That's probably top priority. Erosion pen. I don't know. 5 extra stacks of wilt. It was suggested that I get a pair of Valerie's Night Stroll. 40 flame elementium. Super cheap. The ring is kind of expensive. Air quotes expensive. 200. This ring is stolen off my other character. Or is it? No, it's not stolen, because he's using Traceless Pains. I was trying to roll on the corruption myself. I bought 200 FE worth of trinkets and didn't get it, so I'll probably just replace this, or I'll just craft on this without trying to do this, because I believe you have the Dream Interp on your neck, one on your ring, unless you get a super expensive base that has it as an implicit, or a base affix, and then you have one on a weapon later on. So what's that? That's like 5 flame elementium. That's 40. That's about 40. So we're up to about 45. That's 200. So 245. These are 10 or 15 each. So that's 275. Ring that's basically worthless. A belt that is super cheap. I just went with one with a higher skills to base wilt. I'm guessing that's what's good for us. Int's always higher, basically. So that's another 5 flame elementium or so. A neck that you could probably craft tier 2s for about 5 as well, and then a tier 2 helmet that you could craft for not much as well. So all the gear all up is probably about 300 flame elementium, which is absolutely insane in my mind. Looking at the skills, we have Shadow Shot. I do have an instruction, 0.4%, 0.4 second. I bought this for a different character, but you know, I don't think they're that expensive anyway. Instruction filtered, every 0.4, 400 or so. I saw one for 320, so that's pretty good. Let's check the rhythm, which is just the other one that I had on. I think that was a 0.5. So 5-second rhythm is about another 300 or so. So those two are pretty pricey, I guess. But they're not that insane. So if you were going for a 0.2 second, it would be 2,000. But I don't have that, and I just farmed Profound, which again in my mind is mental. Path of Flames, nothing special there. Activation Preparation, nothing special there. Starstalker, basic Elemental Res, basic Deep Pain with Seal Conversion and Restrain. I'm surprised I don't need that, but I must have a tiny bit of Seal de Mana Compensation. Precise Projectiles, base, no precise here. I definitely should get precise because I'm pretty sure they're cheap as hell anyway. Supported by Cataclysm is fairly cheap because it is minus 18% additional damage. So ultimately you want to have that on here and have Control Spell over here. However, the Control Spell Soul Candle is about 2,000 Flame Elementium. So that's why I've gone with the super cheap one over here. And my other one is also very, very cheap as well. It's just additional erosion damage, dot damage, and something else. So that is the skills. Looking at the talent tree, Goddess of Deception, using Plague and Subtle Impact. Psychic, using Daze and Verbal Abuse for the extra curse, so you can have the curse on the neck and on the ring. Warlock, with extra skill levels and off the beaten track for the auras. And then on to my somewhat horrendous slates. I just have a Twisted Belief here. That's pretty much it. On this, oh, it's 95 for some reason. But yeah, this doesn't really do anything. So it's really just the secondary stat here, which is, I guess, 65, 70 Flame Elementium. Chance to inflict one additional wilt. An ailment damage ignores resistance. Wilt is an ailment, so I'm guessing all the erosion pen that I have on gear and stuff doesn't do anything because this ignores resistance. I think that's on the tree as well, isn't it? More wilt. More wilt. I was just guessing at this point whether that was good, so I just got it on all three because I just wanted more additional wilt stacks, I guess. Kappa. I do have a Weakens and a Spell Burst. I believe that was one of the ones in the actual build. I'll check that out in a second. Onto the hero memories. I stole this off my other character. Reaping cooldown, recovery speed. I don't know how much that affects this build. Do I have enough to upgrade this? Yeah, I do now. Nice. Spell crit strike is not great. Minion, lightning, max ES. I guess it's better than nothing. And we'll just keep upgrading that. I had this one drop on this character, so kudos, that was free. And using those abilities there, I guess if I level this up, I'll get more stuff there. Have I missed anything? I've gone through skills, talents, hero traits, pack spirits. I'm just using drop black sail, so nothing there. And finally, I guess we'll look at the actual build, which is in here. If you're on the Asia server, it is the Carino damage cap build. There is other builds in here that are not spell burst. Is this one spell burst? This one is not spell burst. 2 trillion DPS apparently, so you can check that out, or I can make another video if people request that. However, this is the build that I am following. Corruption Cursed Neck and the Entangling Pain Ring. If you get these as implicits, then you can have other stuff as the Dream Interpretations, but those bases are 2,000 to 3,000 Flame Elementium, so that is something to work towards. I don't have Lone Walker boots, as they are, 1,500 each minimum. So that's a bit crazy. Onto the wands. If you don't want to spend 10 Flame Elementium on a memory, you can spend thousands getting these weapons instead. Reap, I guess so. Reap cooldown recovery speed is actually good. A +3 chest. Surging Inspiration for the Spell Burst. Spell Burst is done via this. So Spell Burst activation medium is 2,000 Flame Elementium, so it's insanely expensive. Has Cataclysm here, and over here they have Control Spell, but that gets very pricey very quickly. Extra projectile quant and aura effect everywhere you can, basically. Activation medium track, that's probably pretty cheap, so I should probably get that. Anywho, I'll check that out in a second. Guard, yep, pretty much what I had on my character for these slots. Extended duration, I don't have that yet. Precise Res, precise Deep Pain. Don't know why they don't have precise projectiles, but they don't. And precise Swiftness. Onto the actual slates that you're meant to have. Twisted Belief is still only 50. Nothing else there is super insane. So that's a very budget item. Chance to inflict wilt. Chance to paralyze, so they deal less damage. Damage against crowd control. That's pretty good. Erosion damage per stack of wilt. Cannot be interrupted. Extra movement speed. +1 all skills. Chance to inflict wilt. Onto the Corner of Divinity. If you are searching for these, you can just search for a collective group that has movement speed, the energy shield regain, as well as blur, as well as max spell burst and sealed mana, and then just look at what's the cheapest and get all of the affixes that you need on your Corners of Divinity. So that is a bit of a more in-depth look at the build. I think I went over everything, didn't I? Gear, candles, skills, his hero traits. This is where you pick up all of your block chance, basically. Evasion block chance, spell block chance. You're dealing a ton of damage, so getting the evasion, and your defenses on hero memories on this class is pretty big. a lot of evasion. So I'm guessing that's a fair bit of the tank on this class. It is blur focused as well, which is more dodge. So let's just quickly check how much track is. Activation medium track always locks on. Are they all always locks on? Nah, so you need always locks on, not removes locks on, because it doesn't fire unless it's locked on. So you need to filter, suffix always locks on. So that's looking at 375, not too bad. Goes down to 0.3 seconds, so that gets pretty pricey. I think I'll just keep going with what I have. And it's just triggering this. So if you have a rhythm that's 0.3 seconds, it's the same thing. Probably similar price. So that's not overly necessary in my opinion. But that's what I have for this video. I guess I'm farming Profound now. And I'll see if I can make a ton of currency now that I'm farming in Profound. I guess I'll have to do the paintings in Profound as well. If you haven't noticed, I'll do a quick one on this. So when you're building your canvases, it puts all the ones that you want up on the top anyway, so you don't really have to think about it too much. I just went with the extra area of it to cover. That just means every all cell that I put on here, which is everything, all of them will level up. So it doesn't matter what I put down on that. So I can just put down the monsters because they're the easiest to clear. Goddess the Hunt is very easy to clear as well. Diagonal monster. I don't really have any good diagonal slots for that. Maybe here, but then I would need a spread because I need this diagonal to clear as well. Adjacent doesn't help. Horizontal doesn't help. So not the best there. I can put it here actually and it'll clear that. So that's not too bad. So as long as you have good vision of what you can clear. Let's just go the additional 2 paints. Put it here because it'll level up these ones. And I can put another, oops, cancel, don't do that. I can put another monster here. I'll leave this spot open because I want to make that a 7. Vertical monster. Not ideal. Reimagine. Hopefully I can change it to... nope. Cannot change it. Vertical monster. Do I have a 2? I do over here. I could put it there. But I may as well put it over here. I want a gameplay. I stuffed up. It was a 4. I thought it was going back to a 2. I thought it was going back to a 2. It went back to 3. So I stuffed up there. I can force. Sometimes the force removes the... and that's why people hate the league mechanic. Anywho, that's what I've got for this video. I'll see you in the next one.